Damn right. So let's march on, damn it. Let's march on. We do have one decision to make really quickly. And that is, who fits the bill? Who fits the bill? With inverted leagues, the teams that would be bad forever now had time to buy better players. Exactly. Or maybe they all eventually get dropped. We need to sign a player less than 20 years old who has a potential greater than the average overall rating of players in the same position. So basically, we need to sign someone with super, super high potential. Which will not be Connor Bennett. We can pretty much tell who it's going to be. But it will not be Connor Bennett. It will not be Branimir Dragovic. It will not be Evan Riley, even though he's up to a 59. It will not be Evan Riley. Ray is up to a 57. Janovic. Oh my God. Well, we know who it's going to be. Shout out to Community Gaming for the follow. We know who we're signing here. Not that I necessarily needed another attacking player, but Matija Janovic is the guy. We would be very, very dumb to not sign you. That said, Ray is the slam dunk. Like, Ray is the slam dunk to make sure we hit that proper potential to accomplish that goal. We're only allowed to sign one of them. So do we play it like super safe and pick Ray, who should be higher rated than Jota? Because Janovic, it says the average rating of left wing is on the team, right? Since he's a left wing. And the average rating of left wings on this team, I don't know if it counts loan options, is either an 83 or an 80. He should have a higher potential than that, right? He should. We're going to go for Janovic as our final signing of the year. The other two go. We start fresh at the start of the new season. Did we accomplish that objective? Yes, we did. Thank God. Thank God. So that helps, especially given how close we were to being fired not all that long ago. But now we have exciting Matija Janovic. So, good potential, not like super elite potential. But, I mean, we just have an embarrassment of riches in that left wing spot. We really do. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's move. Let's do it. Let's do it. Medium top 6. That's, you know, it sounds harsh, but that is a fair comparison. You could even say medium elite as opposed to like medium franchise. Might be a better comparison for it. Stop the sim, stop the sim. All right, it didn't stop the sim. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to look at the stats for the year. I'm not. Damn it, that's the one thing I wanted to check. It's the one thing I wanted to check, and I won't be allowed to check the stats for the year. That's a shame. I always forget. Every goddamn time. Every time. But it was a hell of a season for us. We obviously are not getting fired. We're going up to the championship. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah, it would be Mattia, wouldn't it? Fair point. Fair play. Fair point, fair play. Goodness. I'm excited, though. Like, we're back on track where we want to be. Let's take the tournament with the lowest prize pool. We'll have the best chance of winning it, and it doesn't make that much of a difference. And let's see what we got. First and foremost, we got to start this off right out of the gates. Oh, it showed Virgil as maybe like an 87. We have scouts available. You should know what that means if you have been around here. We will be launching a raffle. We will be launching a raffle. 3 winners pick where we scout next. Go! Where will we go? That is the question. Big Nate, you handsome devil. How the heck are you? How the heck are you? Yeah, we're gonna have to spend some time looking around. Oh man, we might be looking for the Virgil replacement. This is going to be an interesting one. Really quickly, worth looking at the championship this season. The teams that are there. Arsenal, obviously gigantic competition. And Spurs. We are in the same race we were last year with Arsenal and Spurs for those top 2 spots to try and force one into the playoffs. That's where it should be. Or it's been 3 seasons already, so it makes sense he'd drop a little bit. I mean, shit, IRL Virgil hasn't been at the best of his abilities. So it's the same thing. We're in a race with Arsenal and Spurs at this point. Well, let's go ahead and see how this is going to play out. Name number 1, Big Nate. Big Nate. Pick a country, son. As well, the Scalded Ferret. So it's up to Nate and Ferret for our first 2 locations. The location. We're going to Brazil. We're going to Brazil, I believe, for the first time. And where will Nate send us? We're going back to France, I'll allow it. It's a new season. We're going back to France. Final name comes from Popcorn Chicken. Final name, final country. Chicken, where are we heading? Estonia. Home of funny finish. I actually lied. You can scout Russia, by the way. I lied. All right, there we go. Thank you guys for that. Those are our first 3 locations. Let's sim forward a day, because that'll factor in certain players returning from loan and stuff like that, certain players leaving. Janovic. Augsburg want him. Loan with an option to buy. We'll keep that in mind. Our transfer budget gets increased by 34 million, meaning that we have $72 million to spend this year on top of potential sales. So looking at the team, Allison has yet to hit decline. We have old Quivin Kelleher, whose contract is up, and then Begovic as well is still going to be here as our 3rd choice veteran. Just shut the hell up, be quiet, leave me alone, don't complain about lack of playing time option. Is Kelleher willing to negotiate and stay on in a depth role? Will he accept sporadic? He will. Okay, so that should be fine. We'll get him for an extra year. He's a good 2nd choice option for a Premier League caliber team. And we'll give him a raise. Give him a raise. Kelleher's on for at least this season. We'll take that. Left back, Nilsson's already up to a 72. He's got 1 more season at Copenhagen. And Owen Beck might be coming back soon or has 1 more year at Burnley. Robertson and Tsimikas, their deals are both up. I need to decide if left back is a position that we're actually looking to keep. But Robbo hasn't started really to decline yet. But man, 3 at the back, 5 at the back might be the way to go. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. I'll make a note that left back isn't really sorted. Center back, Gomez, Virgil, whose deal is up at the end of the year. He's down to an 87. Contract year. Kanate's deal is up at the end of the year. Medio's deal is up at the end of the year. Sep's deal is up at the end of the year. You got Ramsey still out in Spain. Of course, Trent hasn't left. He's technically listed as a right mid right now. Bradley still out of Fenerbahce. A lot of our key players have contracts due. Jordan Henderson has confirmed this will be his final season, so he's kind of in the James Milner role for the year. Leighton Clarkson's deal is going to be up. Trent, of course, is amazing. And then again, look at how much talent we have at striker. Patrick Heath is already ready. He really is. Damn. And Baker, too, is also damn good. We have some big decisions to make, particularly about what formation we're going to run with. Mo's contract is also up at the end of the year. Jesus. Like, obviously, we're running something with wings. It's just, are we doing 3 at the back, 4 at the back, or 5 at the back? Because if we go 5 at the back, we don't need as much in the midfield. Oh, man. 3 at the back, 5 at the back. Or 4 at the back. Because we've been able to move Trent to a midfield spot. That could mean that we move on from Robertson. And I mean, Mo's 33. He's going to start declining. I mean, he's already a sub 90. It's the how much longer are you useful for us compared to what we could get for you value-wise. Muted, what's happening, buddy? How are ya? But I mean, we're in the championship. I think we just set it up to kind of see what the best result is. Muted, I'm doing phenomenal. Phenomenally well. All right. Let's see. So Peter Baker, still list you as a prospect. 5 years? We'll get him for 3. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like if I go to 3 at the back, I can just play Trent on the wing. Whether as a wing back or if I sell Mo. It's just a matter of making the right move at the right time. That is a cheap-ass deal for Pete Baker. We'll do it. The Backer is back. He's at showing great potential, so he's a depth option. He'll never be a number 1 here. But this guy is going to be a number 1. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wants sporadic. I'll allow that. Muted, we got promoted, thank God. We got crushed in the FA Cup final by City, but what are you going to do? 5 appearances. Yeah. It's fine by me. It's fine by me. Wow, Heath is actually down to just showing great potential. Interesting. So he's never going to cap out as like a truly elite striker. So again, for those who don't know, it's great, exciting, special is the rank there. So honestly, Heath is someone we could sell now or just keep loaning out and then eventually sell once he hits his peak. That's interesting. And then we got Isidoro Silva on loan at Al-Shabaab. So honestly, now that we know that, Baker's hitting the loan list. Darwin goes nowhere. Heath is hitting the loan list again. Jota goes nowhere. Jota goes nowhere. I just, again, have the struggle of, like, these two, I can't run one on the second team. I can't do it. Like, they both have to be starters. So I'm still having that logjam of talent. Unless I keep Heath and Baker, I think I know what I'm going to do. But a 2-striker set doesn't make sense either. So if we have a situation, that is true that dynamic potentials do exist in the game. So this was the formation we ran at the end of last season, which I didn't hate. But if Jota and Nunez both need to play, if they both need to play, you know, you're looking at something like this to have Jota in behind Nunez as a setup man, essentially. If both of those dudes need to play. The alternative, I mean, you could run something like that, which is pretty insane. There's this setup that has two different center forwards, which also doesn't quite fit for what we have. The alternative is something like this, with both of them running striker, and then we get depth strikers behind them. Like, that's pretty much the alternative. Or a 4-2-4, which is pretty absurd, but we have the young midfield to pull it off. So it's either a 4-2-4 or the 4-4-1. And it pretty much ends up being the same thing regardless. The idea is that they're both strikers. So it pretty much is a 4-2-4 that we're looking at. I mean, the only difference is just Jota if he's tucked in behind Nunez or side by side with him. It's the same deal. They're both strikers. So if that is the general idea, then we need to bring in some options for the second team, some veteran options for the second team. So let's go. Not that I necessarily want to look at the free agent list, because again, we've discovered that, at least in this current mode, it's kind of screwed how overpowered the free agent list is, because people just end up there when they shouldn't. Who's out there? Okay, I hit the wrong button. That's fine. Who's out there for outright, like, veteran center forwards? Uh-huh. I see. Case in point about who ends up as free agents and stays when they probably shouldn't stay. And then for strikers, veteran strikers who are less likely to complain. I mean, Marko Arnautovic is there. The second team, Cameron Jerome. Haven't heard that name in a long time. Really quickly, let's just put Arnautovic on the short list. Jordan Rhodes. Oh, that's it for veterans then, huh? Fair enough. So if we run the 4-4-1-1, run like Arnautovic with Firmino behind him. Crash Andrews, you handsome fella. How are you? It could be. Ja Pedro is there as well. Run those two on the second team. That way we can loan out the youth. I think that's what we're looking at. Of course you can, Crash. Of course you can. So, I always forget I can just sit up the top. Nunez stays. Baker, Heath loaned out. Jota there. Bring in the two veterans. Right wing. What do we do with Mohamed Salah? Icon, we don't have... we're not allowed to sign enough youth players to do that. At least straight out of the academy. And again, it'd be better off for these guys to go elsewhere and be full-time starters than it would be for them to be on the second team. They'd get more playing time elsewhere. I'm going to re-sign Mo for the moment because presumably, since his overall has dropped, he will be on a cheaper contract now. All right, he still wants Crucial. That's fine. I should be able to pay him less than $85,000 a week, which will make him more likely to move. So honestly, even if it's like $65 a week with a $100,000 signing bonus, what do you think? There it is. So we were able to significantly lower his wages, but we could look at selling him. Fabio at this rate is not that much likely to get any better, so he is a perfect second choice right wing, presumably behind Trent. We can look at selling Mo. I'm not guaranteeing that he's going, but Trent would be the replacement. Left-hand side, Luis Diaz goes nowhere. Harvey, pretty much the perfect second choice option. I don't know if he's going to get that much better. Cade's already out on loan. I might try to loan out Harvey if I can. Janovic has already gotten an offer from Augsburg. Cade Gordon's still on loan. So Trent would be on the right wing side. Which means the midfield, we don't really have room for an outright CDM anymore. But for the center mids, Curtis Jones is a good second choice option. Florian's obviously a first team option. Alongside Jude. So then second team can be Jones and Clarkson. With Henderson as the like the super depth. Let's re-sign Leighton Clarkson real quickly. Let's just do this prospect to 1 year extension. That's fine. Just get that done quick and easy. Puts me in a weird spot with the CDMs, though. Puts me in a bit of a weird spot. But second team, first team, second team, first team. Rybiger could be loaned out. Hendo stays. Bellingham's good. Lepinant, Morton already gone. Let's re-sign Fabinho. Try to get him on a cheaper deal. But Fabinho might be out as well. Jake, hello, you handsome devil. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Let's say like 40K a week for Fabinho. 100K signing bonus. Done deal. All right. So we'll see what we could get for Fabinho. No guarantees that he goes. If we're running Trent at right wing instead of right back, though, it opens up the question of who plays right back. Or if we run a 3 at the back.
Good for you!
Shout out to Susie. That's a hell of a name. Appreciate that follow, though. So theoretically, our two options are a 4-2-4 or something like this, where, like, you know, Darwin would be there. So our options, just theoretically, Crash, I'll check in a minute. I am intentionally, like, if I'm recording stuff that I know is going over to YouTube, I'm not putting it on screen because then I'd have to mark that video as having extra advertising, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. All right, so it's all good, Crash. You didn't know, but we're getting up there, man. We're getting up there. Shit. So our options, if it's gonna do that stupid shit anyway, delete that. What? Delete that. Delete that. Thank you. Guess I was hitting down too fast. Okay. Left striker. Right striker, as wonky as that's going to look. And then the other option would be the more experimental one. But it would indeed be something like that. Drop Kanate back a little bit. So those are pretty much the three options, as wonky as they look. So an outright 4-2-4, a modified version of the 4-2-4, where the only difference is instead of the strikers being together, one tucks behind the other, or a 3-3-4, which would allow us to keep a CDM, but eliminate a left back. So this pretty much means Mo Salah stays for the season on that right-hand side. This pretty much means the same thing. This means we could get rid of Mo, play Trent at right wing, but it would allow us to keep Fabinho. So I have no idea. All I knew was I said like 20 minutes ago, like, yeah, we're at the point where we got to start making big, choices and decisions. And yeah, congratulations, we're here. Congratulations, we are here. And if we were to do that, Malo Gusto could be transferred out or loaned at the very least. He's young enough that he could be loaned. Sergachev, I did indeed. They're both beautiful. So Gomez, Van Dijk, Konate, Billy, Sepp. We'd have to bring in another center back. Oh, that's tough. We have to decide on a formation. Because whatever formation we decide on dictates who stays and who goes. 4-2-4. A different version, technically, of a 4-2-4 because Jota's counting in as the center forward. Or a 3-3-4. And I mean, shit, you could technically even have the this version of the 3-3-4 have him as a center forward and him at striker. Like, there are a lot of options. There are a lot of options for what to do. We have to decide 4 at the back or 3 at the back, though. And like I said, if we decide 3 at the back, Andy Robertson gets sold. Now, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. So we have a choice. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys, and I'll adapt from there because I cannot make a decision. Will it be... Let's see, how many defenders? Will it be 3? Or will it be 4? I will leave it up to you guys. Screw it. Decide my fate. Will we run a variation of this defensive or this structure with 3 defenders? Or will we run something like this with 4? Whatever you vote for pretty much decides who stays and who goes. I'm going to vote last second. Oh, I fully expect this to finish in a tie. I hand over a little bit of control. You guys will troll it up like you always do. And that's okay, because I might have a decision already made in case that happens. So, we'll see what happens. Will it be the 4? Will it be the 3? I can't say that the 3 isn't interesting. I just don't know if it would work. Yeah, selling Robertson would be a little bit rough. This is totally going to end in a tie. If it's tied, I got to run 3.5. It ends up being 4 by 1 vote. Fair enough. No tie. We'll run 4 at the back this year then. Fair enough. So that decision has been made. So Baker and Heath get loaned out. We got Jota and Nunez then. Mo Salah stays for 1 more season. With Fabio behind him. We got Diaz on the left. With Harvey potentially loaned out. Janovic potentially loaned out. So Trent will be a right back this year again. Which means if we are running 3 at the back, we got Jones and Verts as the midfielders. So let's just say Fabinho stays as CDM. Probably bring back Morton or Lepano. So Fabinho will be taken off the transfer list. We got Jude, Henderson, Clark, Verts, and Jones. So Ryberger still gets loaned out. Right back. Honestly, block the offer from Malo Gusto. Go back to left wings. We'll block the offer for Harvey. All right. Well, hey, at least the decision was made. And if it doesn't work, then midway through the season, we'll switch it up. Let's see if we can renegotiate with Sepp here really quickly. Let's see what you got here, buddy. Let's hope for sporadic. That works. Wants a 1-year extension. Counter it up to 2. All about the pairs, baby. Pairs are high class. You heard it here first. Pairs are high class. I didn't even see that Andreas Janssen was placed on waivers. I don't think he'll clear. That would be very surprising. More pairs! I just keep sitting down at the same table acting like it's my first meeting of the day. It's great. It's great. All right, 2-year extension for Billy. Why was pear juice popular? Because only the highest of quality people can afford pear juice, my friend. You answered your own question. That's why it's not more popular. Pineapples? Shit, they grow on trees. But pears? Damn right, Crash Andrews. You're a beautiful, handsome man. Kanate. Important works for Ibrahima. 5-year extension. Will be a 3-year extension instead. No release clause, which is perfect. And we will give you a raise up to $35K a week with a $50,000 signing bonus. Ibrahima, thank you for sticking with us. And for the moment, we are going to try to keep Virgil van Dijk, but I might sell him. This is a way to get his contract wage down. Way to get that contract wage down. See if we can get it down to as much as $50K a week. With a $100,000 signing bonus. Done deal. All right, so Virgil's back for an extra year too. This is going to be his last year. Simicast. Oh, the sporadic work, or do you want rotation? Sporadic works. Awesome. No extension. Get an extra year out of it. No release clause. Give you a raise, $35K a week. We'll give you $50,000 today. Cold hard cash, under the table, no taxes. Andy Robertson. Go important. He might want crucial. He wants crucial. That's fine. Sign him to that. Bravo's willing to actually stick around. That's nice. No release clause. Let's give you a raise up to $55,000 a week. $50,000 signing bonus. What do you say? Done deal. Sweet. Okay. So in terms of contracts, we're looking okay. But in terms of what we have to watch out for, left back, we have good cover for the moment, right? Like that's pretty straightforward. Goalkeeper, we are absolutely set. Left back, we're set. Center backs, we have our 5. So we are absolutely set there. Right backs, Trent and Gusto, no problem. CDM, we have Fabinho. We're going to have to recall one of these two in a minute. In the midfield, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good there. We're good at left wing. We're good at right wing. So we got to recall 1 CDM. And we have to sign the depth veteran strikers if Heath and Baker get loaned out. So at least that's been decided. What are our objectives for the year? Will that change? We will again be allowed to sign 2 prospects this year. We will again be allowed to sign 2 prospects here. You don't have a CDM position. I haven't decided yet if I have a CDM position. You gotta hold out for a second. Because I don't know for sure if I'm running those 2 strikers. We'll have to sign a midfielder, that's fine. 3 clean sheets in the league, sign a veteran player. All right, well, that's happening then. Within the same season, sign 2 crucial players and make a profit of $153 million. Uh-huh. Win the league title, win the FA Cup. Sign 2 crucial players and make a profit of $153 million. I presume that's just outright wage budget. We are going to have to sell some players then.